Good morning, everyone. I'm Bob Sanford, the General Director of ACDelco. Thanks for being here, and welcome to the ACDelco AAPEX booth. After the briefing, I hope you'll stick around and see what we have to offer here. But before I get started, I'd like to introduce just a few of my colleagues. Eric Cunningham, our Executive Director of Sales and Marketing, is here. Eric. We also have Beth Grotz, our General Director of Global Product Program Development. And Rick LaBelle, our General Director of Field Operations. We also have some other executives here from representing marketing, distribution, and e-commerce. And they'll be here for after the briefing, where they'll help us with some questions. Next year, ACDelco turns 100 years old. And of course, I'm biased, but I think we look pretty good for our age. Our earlier predecessor, United Motors Corporation, was formed by William C. Durant, who, as you know, also founded General Motors. He was a visionary who understood a couple of fundamentals of the aftermarket business that still exist today. To build and maintain quality vehicles, you need a trusted source of quality parts. And you must offer training to your customers, because quality parts mean nothing if they're not properly installed. And as the brand evolved over the years, it has enjoyed some fast company. AC spark plugs have flown with Charles Lindbergh, Amelia Earhart, and Admiral Richard Byrd, and some of the finest drivers in motorsports. Our expertise also has been to the moon and back with the Apollo program and the Lunar rover. We have some great plans for celebrating our centennial, and you'll hear more about that early next year. But today we're here to talk about our future, the thousands of service centers that buy, trust, and install our parts, and the millions of consumers who drive with the promise that comes with the ACDelco brand. So again, while I think we look pretty good for being 100, we did have a little work done earlier this year. This spring, we opened up our distribution network to better meet installer demand. This was huge. And in a few minutes, I'll share some more good news about how we're taking care of our installers. We made these changes because as I traveled the country, I realized our brands and our products are extremely attractive to many independent installers. The challenge has been availability. So in less than 5 months, we've made measurable progress towards improved availability, and we're outperforming the 3.5% annual industry growth projected by the AASA. And since last year's AAPEX show, in fact, we've signed new direct accounts that add 110 new distribution points to our network nationally. And to better align with the dramatically shifting buying patterns across the market, we are also aggressively focusing in on our aftermarket e-commerce. Our sales growth through our direct account e-tailers really validates the strength of the ACDelco brand when our customers have a world of choices at their fingertips. For instance, according to the ASA, parts e-tailing in the U.S. light vehicle aftermarket has been growing faster than any other industry channel at about 13% per year. Compare that to our international sales, our internal internet sales through our distributors, which are up 45% year over year. And at the same time, subscriptions to our Connection, our online ordering system, are up 17%. Connection offers automotive professional quick access to their ACDelco suppliers' full inventory of parts, real-time availability, and price and label for all makes and all models. It also provides exclusive access to GM specialty catalogs. Earlier, I mentioned we're taking action to better serve the independent shops enrolled in our professional service center program. We think it's important to bring more value to shops willing to partner with us and offer the best parts and service to their customers. So, effective January 1st, we're adopting a simpler two-level program, professional and premium. We are sweetening our rewards and increasing our labor reimbursements under the Consumer Assurance Program. In addition, we're providing free technical assistance. We are also introducing an all-new shop image, much of which you can see here today. It includes all new illuminated signage, new awning options for the entrance, and new colors to pull all together and present a shop at its best. Now, of course, this business begins with quality parts and expert training, and Beth will share some details in a few minutes. but I want to underscore what separates us from our competitors. Only ACDelco provides General Motors original equipment parts. And by leveraging the engineering leadership of GM customers can be assured the replacement parts that go on their vehicles are as good as the ones that came off. I hope I've given you a good snapshot of where ACDelco is going. We are a critical component of General Motors' strategy to take care of the vehicles in the aftermarket. Our value proposition offers a complete package: unsurpassed business and marketing support, availability of quality parts, superior technical expertise, best-in-class training, and again, ACDelco is the only true GM OE parts brand. Thank you. And now I'm going to turn it over to Beth, and she will share our product strategy.
Thanks, Bob. Good morning, everyone. Thanks to all of you for being here this morning, and I look forward to meeting you in a couple of minutes. A major part of my job is ensuring that the ACDelco portfolio is dynamically moving forward and growing to meet the evolving needs of our independent aftermarket customer. As Bob mentioned, with our vast product portfolio of 90,000 plus parts across 38 product lines is the heart of our overall product strategy, our lineup of original equipment GM parts. Let me expand on that a bit. As a member of the GM family, we're strategically introducing more and more GM OE parts to the independent aftermarket, including to our network of about 6,000 professional service centers and those participants. Our first choice at General Motors is to always have our customers service their vehicle at a GM dealership. But we realize that many of our customers choose to have their vehicles serviced in the independent aftermarket. So getting the right GM OE part to the right independent aftermarket service provider helps furthers our growth, and we hope enhances the loyalty of our General Motors customers. And despite claims from many of our competitors, ACDelco is the only aftermarket source for GM OE products. With an estimated 67 million GM vehicles on the US roads and a US car park that's averaging about 11 years old, that represents a huge opportunity for our installer customers. Of course, depending on the brand and model, ACDelco parts are the factory parts on brand new GM cars, trucks, and crossovers. In fact, the Corvette Z06 that you see here in the booth is equipped with an ACDelco battery, oil and air filters, and ACDelco spark plugs right from the factory. So when we say there's shared ACDelco DNA in GM cars, trucks, and crossovers, that's exactly what we mean. In addition to service and maintenance items such as batteries, brakes, spark plugs, filters, we're focused on bringing more high-tech parts to the independent aftermarket. 2 years ago at this show, we introduced GM OE transmission hydraulic control modules covering millions of GM vehicles with 6-speed automatic transmissions. They've been very well received in the market, and then now this week, we're announcing 9 new GM OE transfer cases to the independent aftermarket. Transfer cases that we're announcing this week cover 1999 to 2007 Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra 4-wheel drive pickups, and there are a lot of these vehicles on the road. A great feature of the new transfer cases are the plug-and-play installation that saves valuable time. There's no programming, there's no special tools, and there's no extra work. Other GM OE introductions this week include gaskets and seals for engine components and engine mounts. So these are new ACDelco introductions to the independent aftermarket and account toward almost 3,200 new part numbers that we've released this year for the independent aftermarket. Also in the booth is our new GM OE rotor with exclusive Duralife technology. This helps prolong the rotor life and improve consumer satisfaction. Between our GM OE, our professional line, and our value-priced Advantage line, we're providing broad and deep coverage for many of the popular makes and models on the road. And we're giving them a choice of price with the variety that fits their needs and budget. So you can see we're doing a lot when it comes to parts. But today, you can't talk about parts in a vacuum. Reprogramming is playing an increasingly important role in diagnosing and repairing consumers' vehicles. In the not too distant future, it'll be a challenge for independent service facilities to stay competitive if they don't offer reprogramming services. Complementing our GMOE parts leadership are the diagnostics and reprogramming capabilities we offer to the independent aftermarket through our TIS2Web software. Historically, the thought of reprogramming has intimidated many independent shops, so they sent out the work and they sent the revenue out with it. But with increasing technology in our vehicles, as well as cybersecurity concerns, reprogramming is going to be a critical part of properly diagnosing and repairing today's increasingly complex vehicles. TIS2Web gives independent service centers the ability to keep this important and specialized GM vehicle reprogramming work in-house. Subscriptions are up over 25% year over year, which tells us that shops are becoming more enthusiastic about reprogramming. In a competitive business where every repair order matters, that can be a real game changer. Training is another way that ACDelco is helping the independent aftermarket prepare for the future. Last year, independent technicians enrolled in more than 100,000 hours of ACDelco training courses, ranging from instructor-led to 24/7 online courses. We're so passionate about the importance of training that this summer, we implemented a program to reward technicians who embrace training. They'll receive a medallion for each ASE training category they complete and a personalized plaque for display. We're also investing in creating a pipeline of future technicians by offering free online courses to students enrolled in NATEF accredited programs. And our partners this morning are with us from ASE and NATEF, so if you have specific questions about that, just ask us when we're done. With predicted shortages of technicians in the coming years, it's important because independent aftermarket shops are going to be competing for the best technicians. So as we get ready to celebrate 100 years of aftermarket leadership next year, we're already laying a solid foundation for the future. Quality parts, combined with cutting-edge diagnostics and repair technology tools, industry-leading technician training, all add up to a brand that's growing and poised to lead the aftermarket into the future. So now I'd like to introduce Rick LaBelle, who will share some additional news about our future. Rick?
Thank you, Beth, and good morning, everyone.
Whoops.
It is terrific to be with you here today. And as you've heard from Bob and Beth, we are excited to start our second century as this industry's most iconic brand. Now, they've shared many of the enhancements to our products and our programs as we look forward to 2016. But today I'm excited to announce another reason why we are so confident that ACDelco will remain a market leader for years to come. Beginning in the first quarter of 2016, ACDelco will field a sales force of 185 full-time General Motors employees. These employees will, thank you. These employees are going to be strategically positioned across the United States to maximize our market coverage and maximize our ability to capture this growth opportunity in the independent aftermarket. They will be dedicated to serving the independent aftermarket, our direct accounts, retailers, installers, and fleets. In fact, we're doubling the number of field people that will be deployed specifically to focus on the fleet opportunity, which is a tremendous opportunity for all of our direct accounts, and it's support that we believe positions us so well as we start our second century. 185 new full-time General Motors employees is a clear sign that ACDelco's commitment to its customers is as strong today as it was when we were founded 100 years ago. I want to thank you all for your attention and participation. I want to encourage the members of the media to step over to the left and pick up the media kit that is available. And at this time, Bob, Beth, and I will join you down on the floor, and we're happy to take any individual questions that anyone might have. Thank you all very much.